One courtroom moment to another first. We have Karen defiantly swearing at a judge, unafraid of the consequences.
Yes, I would like to say something.
Go ahead.
I'm innocent. You all, you're garbage.
To a different Karen makes a bold move by jumping at the judge, escalating the tension. Finally, in yet another case, a third Karen engages in an intense stare-down with the judge, challenging authority with her gaze.
Right, I need to take a break. This man right now is having a stare down with me. It's very disrespectful. He pounded his fist. Frankly, it makes me scared.
Stay with us as we dive into when Karens took things too far in the courtroom. In a courtroom in Hennepin County with Judge Jay Quam leading, the case of Julissa Thaler, aged 29, stood out for her angry reaction to being told she'd spend her life in jail for hurting her little boy, Eli Hart, who was only 6.
Yes, I would like to say something.
Go ahead.
I'm innocent. You all, you're garbage.
In May 2022, things took a dark turn for Julissa Thaler, who lived in a quiet area with her young son, Eli. Behind the doors of their home, something awful was happening. Something nobody knew until it was too late. One day, someone saw Thaler's car looking strange with a broken window and a tire gone flat. They called the police, worried about what it might mean. The police came fast and found something no one ever wants to find.
There is no tire there. All right. There's what?
There's blood all over the car.
I have a broken windshield and I'm missing a tire because some kids were shooting at my car. I had some.
What looks like blood in there?
Eli was in the car's trunk, and he was no longer alive. But the Karen didn't want to confess what there were in the trunk and tried to lie to the police until there was evidence of blood that made the police more suspicious.
It's not blood, it's deer meat. I had a big bag of, there's a farm around here that does deer meat and hamburgers.
Shotgun shells all over the side.
Yeah. Holy we got a body.
Yeah.
All right, let's cover it.
Yep.
During the trial, it was clear Thaler made some very bad choices. Evidence showed that just 10 days before this sad event, officials had stopped checking on Thaler and Eli, even though Thaler wasn't taking good care of herself or Eli. She lied, didn't pass tests she needed to, and didn't follow rules. Eli even had to stay with other people for a while because Thaler was having a really tough time. But even with all these signs that things weren't right, Eli was sent back to live with his mom. In a surprising turn, Thaler vehemently denied any wrongdoing.
Yes, I would like to say something.
Go ahead.
I'm innocent. You all, you're garbage.
I do would bring justice to this situation. Nothing I do would relieve any of the pain that you caused by doing that. But what is, according to law, the just and fair sentence for what you did is what Mr. Aller said, and that is life in prison without the possibility of parole.
In the end, the judge sentenced Thaler to prison for life without parole. Thaler didn't seem sorry at all, even making a rude gesture to the camera as she left. After delving into the disturbing details of Julissa Thaler's case, it seems nothing could surprise us further. Yet, the upcoming story of a Karen attacking a judge proves otherwise. In Kentucky, a family court hearing turned into a scene straight out of a courtroom drama. The case involved Melissa Hardwick, facing a domestic violence complaint filed by her husband. However, the case took an unexpected and violent turn.
Go now.
When the judge asked the husband why he wants to extend the restraining order, he explains his reasons. It's from this point things go wrong as Melissa becomes frustrated.
And are you asking the court to enter an order restraining the respondent from any contact with you? I've taken your statements in your petition as part of your testimony, but I need you to tell me briefly, in your own words, what happened to cause you to ask for a domestic violence order.
Yes, Your Honor. Things have been escalating, I guess, since the first of the year. And Melissa's had a couple MIWs and a couple arrests. And she got out of jail in, I guess, April. And she started, we hadn't really had anything personal up until that point. She got out of jail in April. She started.
My personal life.
No.
Hardwick, clearly upset, talks over her husband. The judge tries to calm her down and give orders to stay quiet. But Hardwick continues ignoring Judge Edwards' orders to stay quiet. The judge starts to lose patience.
No. You will be held in contempt of this court if you become disruptive.
I don't care. I haven't done anything to this court. I haven't done anything to him.
Ignoring the warnings, Judge Edwards gets really frustrated and gives Hardwick 10 days in jail for not following court rules.
She will be arrested for contempt of court.
It doesn't make any difference.
You will serve 10 days for contempt of court.
Melissa becomes frustrated with the judge's ruling against her, which leads her to attempt to harm the judge.
Go now.
Security quickly stepped in as 3 officers worked together to calm down Hardwick. She ended up with some scratches on her face from the struggle.
Get off of me!
Can't find back.
Wait and see. Get my bracelet off. Get it.
When the police caught Melissa Hardwick, she chose to threaten the judge, which was very foolish. The aftermath of the incident sees Hardwick facing severe consequences. Sentenced to 120 days in jail for contempt of court, she also confronts charges of third-degree threatening, intimidating a participant in the legal process, and resisting arrest. Her bond was set at a staggering $25,000. Despite the violence, the proceedings continue. Judge Edwards did extend the restraining order her husband asked for. In another surprising courtroom event, not unlike Melissa Hardwick's outburst, Alan Boston was in a Tennessee court facing charges for possessing illegal plants. When it was his turn, the court expected him to plead guilty or not guilty.
Guilty, not guilty by day. To which he responded, I just want to plead my case to the court.
However, Alan Boston had a different idea. He started arguing that what he smoked should be legal, calling it a harmless plant.
Yes, sir. I think it's very unfair, the marijuana. I think we the people deserve better because marijuana is harmless ages since the 80s and 90s.
The judge, sticking to the role of enforcing the law, didn't want to get into a debate about whether marijuana was good or bad. The judge tried to steer the conversation back to the matter of the plea, asking Boston if he admitted to the charges or if he wanted a trial.
I've heard that baloney all my life, so don't go any further on that.
Yes, sir.
I don't know whether it's good or bad. All I know is Tennessee still has it against the law. I swore to uphold the laws, and I have to uphold the laws as a judge. It probably is unfair, but I can't change it. You've got to go see the legislature to get that changed.
Yes, sir.
And if you get it changed, now if you want to plead guilty, you can today. But if you want a trial, we can give you a trial on the officer's date, which it's Officer Vincent.
Officer Vincent?
You want to fix trial date?
Yeah, we can do that.
That'd be fun. Then you make another speech.
Alan Boston agreed to in trial, and as the judge talked with his colleagues to agree on a date for his trial, Boston surprised everyone in the courtroom by pulling something unexpected from his pocket.
Hey! We the people deserve better.
Before anyone realized what was happening, he lit it up, resulting in officers quickly escorting him out, leaving a trail of smoke behind.
Take it to jail.
Wilson County Sheriff Robert Ryan, who witnessed the scene, called it one of the craziest things he had ever seen in court. Alan Boston's unusual act in court brought him more trouble. On top of the charge he was already facing for having illegal plant, he got another charge for the same reason because of what he did in court. Also, because he disrupted the court, he was charged with contempt, which means he has to spend 10 days in jail. In this case, fortunately, no one was harmed, unlike the next case where 68 was run over by a car. This is Darrel Brooks, convicted of a horrific act that took 68 lives. In Waukesha, Wisconsin, Brooks drove his SUV into a Christmas parade, causing unimaginable chaos and despair. The prosecution's case painted a clear picture. Brooks's actions were no accident. He drove with lethal intent, striking 68 people before his destructive path came to an end, leaving 6 dead and dozens injured.
Plowed through 68 different people. He kept going until he got to the end, and there was no more bodies to hit. It was intentional.
Faced with overwhelming charges, Brooks made the decision to represent himself in court.
If you are allowed to represent yourself in this case, sir, you will not have attorneys assisting you. They are gone from this case. Do you understand that?
I think I will probably be better served representing myself.
This choice led to numerous contentious moments throughout the trial. His time in the courtroom was marked by frequent outbursts and interruptions, challenging the patience of the court and revealing the depth of his defiance.
And he can show it is inadmissible, she will not be questioned, and under 90611 I will declare the cross-examination closed. Thank you, we're in recess, 1 hour.
Get your facts straight. So let's open the door on all of it then so we can get all of it on the record. Since you think you know so much.
Brooks's demeanor during the trial ranged from defiant to dismissive, at times even laughing during witness testimonies.
He told Erica that he was gonna find her and
Tensions reach at a peak when Brooks engaged in a direct confrontation with the judge, resulting in a tensy standoff that left the courtroom on edge.
From 2003, criminal trespass to dwelling from 2006.
Right, I need to take a break. This man right now is having a stare down with me. It's very disrespectful. He pounded his fist. Frankly, it makes me scared. And we're taking a break.
Darrel Brooks was found guilty on all 76 charges. The sentence handed down was 6 life sentences, supplemented by over 700 additional years in prison. These were all the cases. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button.